Hi everyone, welcome back to Storytime Recaps. In this video, I'm going to recap one of the film from 2018, The Pool. Without any further, let's get started. At the opening of the film, a man called Day awakens in a drained swimming pool, his body covered in several injuries. He notices that his palm has also sustained major injuries. When Day looks down and notices a crocodile biting his leg, he yells in terror. The two battle as the reptile drags Day, but Day is able to throw the animal off his foot. Moving away from the crocodile, he repeatedly strikes its head with a bucket. A dog chained outside the swimming area barks at the disturbance. The crocodile turns around and leaves Das alone. When the camera zooms out, we can see that Day is trapped in a deep pool without any stairs leading out. When we jump back 6 days ago, the pool was entirely full of water. Day assists with the poolside picture shoot as a sofa is lowered into the water and a model wearing Joker makeup strikes a stance. The girlfriend Koi arrives at the photo shoot along with their dog, Lucky. Day was instructed to bring Lucky as a prop for the picture session. Due to his diabetes, Day walks to a corner to get his insulin shot and Koi follows. Day becomes uneasy when she makes jokes about being pregnant. They bring the dog to the shoot, and everything goes wonderfully. After taking a group photo, the crew departs. The next day, Day is back at the pool with Lucky. He's there to tidy up the mess from the shoot and lock it up because nobody else will be there for a while. Before cleaning, he relaxes on his floaty in the pool. Mayim, the pool supervisor and Day friend, is also present with his luggage packed. He is there to say farewell since he will be leaving town for the next 3 months. After draining the pool of water by pulling a lever, he makes a lucky knot with a chain around a nearby pole. Day asks Mayim to buy a pizza before he leaves. Mayim says okay and heads out the door, urging Day to get out of the pool right away because he's drained it. Day unintentionally nods off on his floaty while failing to see the pool's water level dropping. Later, as Lucky starts barking at him, he finally notices the water level and tries to swim to the edge of the pool to exit, only to find he is too far in to do so. Day makes a failed attempt to climb up the pool, breaking one of his fingernails in the process. Then he tries to climb using the floaty, but that doesn't work either. He cries out for assistance, but the image pans out to reveal that nobody is there. Day's phone is exactly at the edge of the pool when all of a sudden it begins to vibrate and moves in the direction of the edge. Day eagerly anticipates its descent just as he is about to catch it. Luck stumbles into the pool and hangs on the leash on the edge. Day swims to the opposite edge and uses the floater to assist Lucky in getting back up. When his phone falls, the charger hangs up on it. Day races to catch it, but the water's level has dropped. As he reaches for it, the phone slips into the water and breaks. Day then intends to block the water from draining further by covering the drainage ventilation with his rope. However, as he enters the pool to accomplish this, a pizza delivery boy shows up to deliver his meal. After noticing that no one is nearby, the boy phones Mayim to ask for advice. Mayim tells the man to go and leave the pizza where it is. As this is going on, Day belt becomes stuck to the ventilation, and the delivery man leaves before he can escape the water. Day begins to think that help will soon arrive to find him. He drifts off to sleep on his floaty again without giving it any thought. When Koi finally makes it to the pool, he doesn't realize the water level is low. She steps onto a platform, about to dive into the pool, when Day wakes up and begs for her to stop. And startled Koi tumbles from the platform, strikes her head, and falls into the swimming pool. Day takes her out while she is unconscious, lays her in the flotation device, and uses the rope to contain the blood in her head. The water level has dropped dangerously low and it is now nighttime. Nobody has yet rescued them. As he attempts to examine her wounds, Day notices a piece of Koi's flesh in his hands. At that moment, as Lucky begins to bark noisily, a crocodile emerges from the maintenance room and moves toward the dog. Day sees the creature and requests that Lucky stop barking. The crocodile stumbles and falls into the pool before it can get Lucky. Day is currently trapped in a pool with his lover who is hurt and a crocodile. After a night, the pool is completely dry in the morning. but the koi have not returned to consciousness. On the other side of the pool, the crocodile is sound asleep with its mouth open. Day discovers she is pregnant after Day unexpectedly finds a positive pregnancy test in Koi pocket. He assures Koi's unconscious body that everything will be alright. Upon examining her wound, he notices that it is still bleeding. He then moves closer to the asleep crocodile, which has a roll of duct tape in its mouth. That day, Mayhem had thrown the roll of duct tape before heading out. Day succeeds in removing the tape from the creature's mouth, but wakes it up in the process. The reptile growls at Das, but in time, he returns to Koi. He covers Koi's wound with duct tape and stops the bleeding with a portion of his rope. He had gathered enough pool water in a bucket for them to sip. Day then intends to crawl through a tunnel to get outside by opening the pool's vent. After opening the vent's cover, he returns to check on Koi. The crocodile creeps inside the tunnel before he can make it back. Day longs for it to come back, but when it doesn't, he decides to take a chance and enters the vent by himself. After that, he makes his way down the tunnel and comes to a locked exterior exit, at which point the crocodile returns to the pool and moves in the direction of the Koi. Day moves back, dragging the creature with its tail. The crocodile does not fight against him. Koi finally gains her consciousness back and calls for Day. Now the night has arrived. Koi is dozing off on the couch that was utilized for the picture session. For his owners, the dog tosses the pizza box into the swimming pool. It's the first meal Day and Koi have had in 3 days. When they run out of drinking water on the 3rd day, Day passes out and remains unconscious the entire time. When she wakes up in the middle of the night, Day asks Koi if the crocodile caused her any trouble, to which Koi responds that the crocodile is a female that lay eggs during the day. As it begins to rain, the couple has the chance to gather more water. The next morning, the crocodile finds a sleeping Day, but before it gets to him, it falls into the vent. Day forces the beast inside and shuts the vent. Then, using Day's glasses and some dried grass, the two attempt to build a fire. They boil the crocodile eggs and consume them. During the night, the two try to climb out of the sofa by mounting it, but they are unable to do so. They discuss a variety of topics while sitting together. When Day confesses that if Koi were pregnant, he wanted her to have an abortion. A heartbroken Koi smacks Day in an attempt to comfort her. They are aware that they won't be able to endure in the sun for much longer. When they open the vent the next day, the crocodile goes back into the pool. As soon as Koi goes in, the crocodile approaches its eggs and attacks Day after realizing that one of its eggs has been taken. But before the beast can reach him, Day is able to flee down the tunnel and shut it. Day is growing ill and hasn't received an insulin shot in a few days. Through the vent, they can see an insulin injection that Mayhem had placed on a nearby table. Day tries to get the injection close to them with a strand of wire, but it breaks into bits instead of falling. The couple cries in vain and is stuck there. Upon noticing his insulin case on the floor, they discover that Mayhem had accidentally dropped it into the vent during his previous visit. He gives himself a shot of the medication. Afterwards, when they see a parachute flying over the pool, Day asks Koi to shut the tunnel's entrance with a barrel before heading outside to get help. Returning to the pool, he yells that the parachute was merely a child's toys. He cries out, hoping that someone will hear him, for help. A clothes hanger that is wired falls into the pool due to a strong wind. Day tries to use it for climbing, and is pleased when the wire supports his weight. However, he continues to climb despite getting injuries to his palms. Day is about to reach the top when the wire breaks, causing him to tumble back and sustain injuries that cause him to lose consciousness. On day 6, he awakens and, like in the opening sequence of the film, glances at his damaged palm. Day gets pulled by the crocodile by his legs. He struggles to free himself and crawls to the sofa, but he needs to relax before returning to the Koi since his leg hurts. Since the tunnel is blocked and it is starting to rain at night, Koi's location begins to flood. To bring Day back, she bangs on the barrel. Day hears her and crawls back down the tunnel. He chooses to go to the other side and discovers a vent there as well. He breaks it open suddenly and exits joyfully, only to be overwhelmed by disappointment in a short while. As it happened, he had just entered the second of the facilities to swimming pools. There is no way out, and it is just as deep as the first one. On the seventh day, two individuals visit the pool in search of their parachute-shaped toy. However, neither the day nor the koi are seen. Instead, they climb a ladder into the pools to get their toy.
ตกใครติดวะ
The crocodile hides beneath the sofa, out of sight from them. Day hears the guys talking and screams for help, but by the time he gets to the top, they have left. However, the ladder remains in place, and the rain begins. He stumbles in the direction of the ladder, but the crocodile attacks him before he gets there. Koi is in an area that is nearly entirely flooded. Just when the crocodile is about to devour Day, Koi appears out of nowhere and begins to whistle. Dave has more motivation to survive when he finds the koi alive, and he manages to escape the crocodile. Day approaches the ladder once more at just the right moment, but the barrel to which the ladder was attached rolls away, taking the ladder with it. The last chance for survival is vanished. Just then koi whistling attracts Luck, as the same whistle was used to train the dog. Day tries to stop Lucky from jumping, but in fail as the poor dog, still on a chain, tries to jump into the pool and gets hanged by its neck. Day, feeling helpless, watches in agony as Lucky gradually perishes from suffocation. Day then loses control of himself and, in a fit of wrath, stabs the crocodile to death with a pole. After the encounter, Day is devastated, but he still needs to save Koi. He gathers all his strength and pulls off the unthinkable by using his chain and the dead Lucky to climb out of the swimming pool. After 7 days of struggle, Day is finally outside the pool. He dashes over to the vent where the koi are and discovers that it is totally submerged in water. He attempts to open the vent by finding a big pipe nearby, but when it opens, he stumbles and nearly tumbles into the same pool. Fortunately, he is able to cling to the edge and climb using only his willpower. Then, with a swift dive, he pulls out an unconscious koi. Although it initially appears like koi is dead, he eventually succeeds in saving her with a great deal of work and CPR. The movie ends as the two finally hug. Thanks for watching, and remember to turn on your notifications to watch more movie recaps like this one.